Layoffs. The word was on the floor of the factory. There had to be layoffs. The recession had hit quite hard at this manufacturing plant in this reasonably good-sized community, but this plant was a major employer. And the owner, being a good person and all, just didn't know exactly how to let go or who to let go of all his employees that he had to. He knew the management, what part he had to get rid of there, but it was on the floor that he had the choices to make. So that day he went into his office and he took a look at the reports, production reports. He discovered that the rate the production was going, the people on the floor knew that there were layoffs coming. The production had increased and the quality had also increased. So it now was to the point that if they kept going, he would have more than necessary to put into his inventory for later on. So he had the first choice to make of what to do there. What he decided to do was that he would give the entire plant a week off with pay. That would cut the production down to zero, which would be good because the sales department could try and catch up. So that's what he did. But there was an alternate plan that he had. You see, like I said, he did not know who to lay off on the production floor. So this week was a good opportunity to find out. So he let him off with pay, told them to all come back on a certain Monday. When they came back, there was a company-wide meeting, and as everybody checked in, they were given a number either A or B, and they were told to sit in the appropriate section. Turned out B was a little bit larger and noticeably larger than A was. So after the last person had checked in and taken their seat, the manager of the company, of course, got up and then he introduced the owner of the company. The owner got up and he looked out at everyone and he says, "I know that you know that I have to lay some people off. And to get right to the point, I want to thank you all for your efforts and everything, but I have no choice. So I had to do something to figure out who to let off. And as you can see, you're divided in two groups. And one of your groups is going to have to be let off. Now, the group that is going to be let off is going to get at least a month's worth of severance pay. But unfortunately, that's the best I can do." So he turned to Group A. He says, "You are the group that is going to be staying. You've got the rest of the day off with pay and be back tomorrow morning, and a lot of you will probably have new assignments. The reason you are the ones who are staying is because on your week off, you spent that week helping other people. You worked in the homeless shelters, you worked in the food banks, you worked at giving food, you provided community support on the unexpected time that you had off. And because the community is such a valuable asset to this company, I deem that highly important and valuable, that you would spend your time doing something to promote this company, even though you thought that you were just being friendly. So therefore, have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow morning." Then he turned to Group B. "You, unfortunately, I have to let off. Now, I had to choose something in which to decide who was going to be staying. and I only had a certain amount that I could afford to keep. You are given a month's worth of severance pay, but you did not help anywhere in the community in your time off. And to be perfectly fair, I had investigators go out and check every single one of you to make sure that you had not done anything in this community for at least a year. So because you did not produce that which would have helped the company, you are being let go until such time as I can call you back. I want you all now to go clean out your lockers and leave the premises today. And with that, he turned and walked off the stage. And Group B was led away to find that there were security guards preventing them to get anywhere but to the locker and out of the building. And thus it shall be so in the kingdom of heaven.